Good morning, students. So now we will deal with warp stop motion. So dear students, we have completed yesterday we have completed weft stop motion. In that we have completed center weft fork mechanism, which is one type of auxiliary mechanism. So before coming to that, I am G. Shekhar, Gaddam Shekhar from Sirsilla Government Polytechnic, SRRS GPT, Sri Rajarajeshwara Swami Government Polytechnic, Rajanna Sirsilla districts. I am taking fabric manufacture. Now today we are dealing with, so it is like comes under advanced fabric manufacture, but it can be called also called as fabric manufacture. The name doesn't matter. What that matters is the mechanism. So the mechanism deals with auxiliary mechanism. It is one kind of auxiliary mechanism. So what are the auxiliary mechanisms? So warp stop motion, warp protector mechanism, weft stop motion, and temples and brake. These are the mechanisms of auxiliary mechanisms of loom. So before coming to that, I will, for the new students, I will explain what are primary motions and secondary motions in few minutes. So primary motions are those which are used for, they are essential for the functioning of the loom. So they are essential for the functioning of the loom. So what does it mean by primary motions? Primary motions are those which are essential. They are shedding, picking and beat up. So next, coming to secondary mechanisms. Secondary mechanisms are let off and take up. So, and now we are coming to auxiliary mechanisms. Auxiliary mechanisms are warp stop motion, weft stop motion, warp protector mechanism, temples and brake. So in weft stop motion, we have studied side weft fork mechanism and center weft fork mechanism. And center weft fork mechanism we have discussed yesterday, and today we will deal with warp stop motion. So both of them are stop motions. What does it mean by stop motions? What does it mean by stop motions? In case of breakage, in case of warp breakage or weft breakage, then the loom has to stop immediately, instantaneously, so that there won't be any problem in the quality of the fabric. So this is the function of the stop motions. So there are two kinds of stop motions and one is protector motion. The two kinds of stop motions are warp stop motion and weft stop motion. So today we will deal with warp stop motion. So what is warp stop motion? Warp stop motion is, I have not given some details. I will explain now. Please listen carefully. So warp stop motion is simple, very simple. Warp stop motion is when there is a breakage of warp or when there is no warp. In that case, the loom has to stop instantaneously, immediately. So that is known as warp stop motion. In the warp stop motion, we have three kinds. Actually, in our syllabus, as per our syllabus, it says only two, but now because of the technology being improved, we have to consider the third one also, that is digital warp stop motion optical warp stop motion, laser warp stop motion. That is the third one. So the two kinds of stop motions are warp stop motion, mechanical warp stop motion, electrical warp stop motion. And the third one is, as I said, digital optical warp and weft stop motion. It has warp and weft stop motion. Both of them are present in that warp stop motion and weft stop motion. So mechanical warp stop motion. So before that, so we will be talking about electrical warp stop motion today, but I will show you the drop wires, and the mechanical warp stop motion is also studied little bit. So what is the aim of the experiment? To dismantle and assemble the warp stop mechanism. What is the meaning of the dismantling and assembling? I have explained in so many classes. Dismantling is removing the parts, taking out the parts, and assembling is reconstruction of the parts, so that we will know the names of the parts, and we will know the construction of the parts, and we will know the functioning of the parts, and we will know the working together of the parts. So this is the aim of the experiment. Electrical warp stop motion. The object of warp stop motion is to stop the loom as soon as warp breaks in transit, or when there is no warp, So this is the object of the warp stop motion. The object of warp stop motion is to stop the loom immediately whenever there is a warp breakage, or when there is no warp. So there are two kinds of, we can say that there are three kinds of warp stop motions, but now as per our syllabus we can say that there are two kinds of warp stop motions. One is mechanical warp stop motion, and the other one is electrical warp stop motion. Mechanical warp stop motion is not in our syllabus, in the syllabus of the SRRS GPT Sirsilla College, but electrical stop motion and drop wires, these are drop wires, will be studied today. So dear students, whether it is mechanical stop motion or mechanical warp stop motion or electrical warp stop motion, in both the cases the drop wires are used. Here the drop wires are, each warp thread will have one drop wire. It will be placed through the slot of the drop wire. The warp will be passed through the slots of the drop wire, and these are the drop wires. There are two types of drop wires. One is open type drop wire, and the other one is closed type drop wire. So drop wire means, as you can see in the diagram, so the very simple logic, the warp passes through the drop wire, and when there is warp breakage, the drop wire will fall on the in the machine part, and in the mechanical drop wire the motion is transmitted through the mechanical means, and the loom will come to a stop. In the electrical drop wire mechanism, similar, the drop wires will pass through the slots of the warp will pass through the slots of the drop wire, and when there is a breakage, the drop wire will fall, and the necessary electrical warp stop motion is actuated, and there is stoppage of the loom. So in both the cases, the warp passes through the slots of the drop wires. The warp passes through the slots of the drop wires. So here there are two kinds of drop wires. This is the very important part of the warp stop motion, because this is the main part in the diagram, and after that we will study electrical warp stop motion and digital warp stop motion. And so this is, there are two types of drop wires. One is open type of drop wire, and the other one is closed type of drop wire. The closed type of drop wires are used in mechanical warp stop motion. So in the diagram you see here, A comma B comma C are used in mechanical warp stop motion, whereas the design, you can see the design of the D and EA is little bit different, and it is open type, and these are used in electrical warp stop motion. So dear friends, A comma A B C are closed type of drop wires, and the functioning of the drop wire I am telling you very simple. The warp passes through the slot of the drop wire. Suppose there are 2000 ends, then there will be 2000 drop wires. Suppose there are 2400 ends, then there will be 2400 drop wires. Each warp will have one drop wire, and each warp end passes through the drop wire. And when there is a breakage of the warp, whether it is mechanical warp stop motion or electrical warp stop motion, the drop wire will fall onto the will fall, because there is no, so the drop wire will be lifted in one way. You can say that it is being maintained in at a height because of the drop wire. And when there is a breakage, the drop wire will fall onto the machinery parts, and it will it will actuate, whether it is mechanical or electrical, depending on the mechanical warp stop motion or electrical warp stop motion, depending on what we use. So there are, my friends, there are two kinds of drop wires, open type and closed type. Open type are used in electrical warp stop motion, and closed type are used in mechanical warp stop motion, and both of them are used in this as a warp stop motion they are used. So after this, one more point, these drop wires are made up of stainless steel, or generally steel. Drop wires are made up of steel, and they are coated with zinc or copper. They are coated with zinc or copper, so that they don't form corrosion, so the corrosion don't affect it. So the drop wires are made from fine quality steel, which is zinc or copper plated and coated. So this is about drop wires. You can see the design of the electrical drop wires is open electrical or electrical warp stop motion. The design of the drop wires that are used in electrical warp stop motion, which means open type drop wires, is design is little bit different when compared to that of drop wires that are used in mechanical warp stop motion. Both of them are different. So this is about drop wires. So my dear friends, electrical warp stop motion, we are going through the electrical warp stop motion now. So please see the diagram. A is the spring wire. A is the spring wire. B is the warp threads. A is the spring wire. B is the warp threads. C is lease rods. And D is contact bar. And E is, I can't see this, bar fitting. Contact bar and bar fitting. Very simple mechanism. So there are two diagrams. One is in the presence and one is in the absence. One is when there is, the left side diagram is about when the weft runs, when the warp runs, when there is no breakage of warp, in the presence of warp. The first diagram, there are two diagrams in this, A, B. The A diagram is in the case of when it is a case where there is no breakage of warp, whereas the B diagram is it is a second case where there is breakage of warp. So dear students, I will tell you the parts one more time. Please observe, for the both the diagrams A is given same. So there is only one A in the diagram, so please see that. There are two arrows about showing the A. So A is the spring wire. So please observe A in the figure, that is the spring wire. Next, B is the warp threads. So wherever there is B in the diagram, that is warp thread. So C is the lease rods. So C is the lease rods, and D is the contact bar. D is the contact bar. Where is D? I can't see. Yeah, it is there. So D is the contact bar. So, and E is the bar fitting. Simple, only 5 parts. So A, B, C, D, E. So construction. So a spring wire is mounted in between the crossing of two adjacent warp threads which pass over and under two lease rods. So very simple, this experiment is very simple. A spring wire, so you have seen a spring wire is mounted in between the crossing of two adjacent warp threads. So A is the spring wire. So please observe, A is the spring wire. So A is the spring wire, and you can see the warp threads. You can see the warp threads. So that is the point. A spring wire is mounted in between the crossing of, where is it mounted? Where is the spring wire mounted? It is mounted in between the two adjacent warp threads. What are the adjacent warp threads doing? They are crossing each other, which pass over and under two lease rods. So how they are moving, how the warp threads are moving, they are passing over and under two lease rods. So you can see the warp threads are passing over and under lease rods. So you can see a spring wire is present, is mounted. A spring wire is mounted in between the crossing of two adjacent warp threads which pass over and under two lease rods. A spring wire is mounted in between the crossing of two adjacent warp threads which pass over and under two lease rods. So, dear friends, spring wire is there. Where is it there? It is there in between the warp threads. What are the warp threads doing? They are crossing each other, and how they are going, how the warp threads are going, they are passing over and under two lease rods. Second point, the bigger lease rod has a contact bar close to it. There is a bigger lease rod and there is a smaller lease rod. If you observe in the diagram, the bigger lease rod has a contact bar. Contact bar is D. The bigger lease rod, so in the diagram it is D. The contact bar is D. So the bigger lease rod has a contact bar close to it. Next, third point, the bottom of the spring wire is connected to the bar fittings. The bottom of the spring wire is connected to the bar fittings. The bottom of the spring wire is connected to the bar fittings. So what is that bar fitting? It is E in the diagram. So please see the diagram. So this is the bar fittings which are connected to electrical connections. The bottom of the spring wire is connected to the bar fittings. So my dear students, so this is the construction. Spring wire is there. It is there it is mounted in between the two adjacent warp threads, and the warp threads pass over and under two lease rods, and bigger lease rod has a contact bar close to it, and the bottom of the spring wire is connected to the bar fittings. The bottom of the spring wire is connected to the bar fittings. Oh, this much, only that much construction. Okay. Working. During normal working of the loom, the crossing of two adjacent warp threads prevents the spring wire from touching the contact bar at the larger lease rod. When a warp thread breaks, the spring wire jumps back and touches the contact bar. This results in closing the electrical circuit between the brass fittings and the contact bar. An electromechanical motion is thereby initiated which displaces the starting handle of the loom to the off position, and the loom stops instantaneously. In the electrical type warp stop motion, only a weak electric current is sufficient. The popularity of this type of motion is due to its quick and efficient action. So this is the about electrical warp stop motion working. So my dear students, where are we? I am just checking time. During normal working of the loom, the crossing of two adjacent warp. So during normal working of the loom, the crossing of two adjacent warp threads. So because the adjacent warp threads cross each other, therefore they prevent the spring wire from touching the contact bar at the larger lease rod. The spring wire prevents the spring wire from touching the contact bar at the larger lease rod. During normal working of the loom, the crossing of two adjacent warp threads. So I will show you the diagram, that will be easy. So you can see the diagram where the spring wire is. If you observe the diagram in the A diagram, it is a V-shaped diagram, in that the spring wire is in between the two adjacent warp threads in the in between the two adjacent warp threads, and it will not touch the contact bar at the larger release rod because there is no breakage of the warp, and the loom stops continuously runs and the loom runs. So when a warp thread breaks, the spring wire jumps back and touches the contact bar. So you can see in the second diagram, when a warp thread breaks, you can see in the second B diagram, in the second B diagram, there is a breakage of the warp thread, and the spring wire goes and touches the contact bar at D. You can see in that B diagram. So this results in closing the electrical circuit between the brass fittings and the contact bar. So because the spring wire has touched the contact bar, and the bottom end of the spring wire is fixed in between the brass fittings, therefore the electrical circuit is closed. What do you call closed? So this results in this results in closing the electrical circuit. So remember that when the electrical circuit is open, there is no stoppage of the loom, but when the electrical circuit closes, so this is one kind of electrical technology point. When there is a closing of the electrical circuit, in that case the electromechanical motion will be initiated, so which displaces the starting handle of the loom to the off position, and the loom stops instantaneously. Very 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 simple. So during normal working of the loom, there is no contact of the spring wire at the contact bar and bar fittings, whereas when there is a warp thread breakage, the spring wire jumps back to the contact bar at the larger lease rod, and as the bottom end of the spring wire is fixed or mounted in the brass fittings, therefore the electricity will pass, and there will be closing of the electrical circuit, which will initiate electromechanical motion. And what does it mean by electromechanical motion? Nowadays there is a new subject, mechatronics. You may have known mechatronics is a new subject. Mechanical technology plus electronics technology, both are combined together to form mechatronics branch. This is offered in some of the famous universities. You can contact me afterwards if you want to. So mechatronics is mechanical technology. Please listen, mechatronics, mechanical technology plus electronics technology, mechanical technology plus electronic technology, both of them combined together as a new subject, new branch is opened, mechatronics subject is opened. So this is offered in some of the universities. So similarly, what is electromechanical motion? So it is very important to understand this kind of terms. Electromechanical motion, that means the electrical circuit is closed. From there the mechanical action is initiated. So and this displaces the starting handle of the loom. So till that time the the loom is in the on position, the loom is in the running position, and the starting handle is in the on position. So when there is no warp breakage, the loom is in the running position. In when there is starting handle in the on position, then the loom is in the running position. When the loom comes to a stop, only when starting handle comes to off position. So whether it is warp stop motion or weft stop motion or warp protector motion, or in future some other mechanism may come, wherever it may come, the starting handle, as long as starting handle functioning is there, it will move from on position to off position. It will move like that. So in that case, the loom will stop immediately or instantaneously. So as I said, when the electrical circuit is closed, the electrical signals will initiate the starting handle of the loom to the off position. Off position means switch off. Off position, switch off like cell phone. So off position, and the loom stops instantaneously. So fifth point, in the electrical type warp stop motion, only a weak electric current is sufficient. So in the electrical type warp stop motion, so this is the electrical warp stop motion. So in this only what kind is used? Weak electric current is sufficient. Very weak electric current is sufficient. We don't need high voltage current. We need only weak electric current is enough. The popularity of this type of motion is due to its quick and efficient action. So you know how electricity is run. Electrons run the electricity. I think so. So through the passage of electron, what is electricity? It is passage of electrons. So that's what I think. If I am wrong, please tell me. The popularity of this type of motion is due to its quick and efficient action. So electrical warp stop motion is quick because electricity is instantaneous. Electrical working is instantaneous. Within fraction of seconds, it will pass through the machine, pass through the parts of the machine, and it is efficient in action. And because it is very efficient in action, so dear students, we have completed this. So now we have completed electrical warp stop motion. So I have told you mechanical warp stop motion. In that mechanical warp stop motion, it is very simple. The drop wires are used, and electrical warp stop motion I have told you. And there are two types of drop wires. One is open type drop wire, and the other one is closed type drop wire. And electrical warp stop motion, this was what we have studied is Carver type electrical stop motion. So here we have not seen any kind of drop wires, but maybe in some other electrical warp stop motions they are used. So this electrical warp stop motion mechanism is known as Carver type. Carver type, CARVE, or Carver type electrical stop motion. So drop wires are open type and closed type. Open type are used in electrical warp stop motion, and closed type are used in mechanical warp stop motion. So that is the point. And so I wanted to tell you something, but I forgot. So yeah. So this very important point is this: they should not be corroded. the drop wires should not form corrosion. So because the corrosive drop wires will abrade the warp yarns. You know what is abrasion? Rubbing action. Abrasion is known as rubbing action. So rubbing action between the warp and drop wires will cause the warp to break, and that is a disadvantage if it runs like that. So the drop wires are made up of steel, which are zinc or copper coated, so that they don't corrode. So corrosion should be avoided at any cost. So drop wires they are used for electrical warp stop motion and mechanical warp stop motion. Now coming to laser. So we have studied mechanical and electrical. Though we have not studied mechanical warp stop motion with diagram, it is very simple. The warp passes through the slots of the drop wire, and in case of breakage the drop wire will just fall, and when it falls it initiates some mechanical action, thereby causing the loom to stop. Similar, starting handle on to off position. We have seen electrical warp stop motion very clearly, the Carver type. Now we are going to study laser or optical warp stop motion. So now we will study this. So similar to the former, so this is not in the syllabus, but I am explaining so that it will be useful for you all in machines. Maybe this optical warp stop motion may not be used in all the machines, but it is I will show you a video by after this. So first I will show you the video. I think that will be better. So
digital optic warp and wave stop motion and wave counter for power looms. A product from Sona Pradak R&D Center, Sona College of Technology, Salem. This is a single product mostly used for shuttle-based power looms, which can do 4 different types of protection. It requires 4 different sensors. First, at back end of read in warp side, an optical sensor is placed on both sides of the warp. Secondly, the wave sensor is placed in pattern to detect wave thread ending in PERN. This will cut the light when the shuttle is passing by. Next, and the important sensor is position read switch, which detects the position of shaft when it is rotating, and it is also used for wave peak counting purpose. Lastly, an electronic pin drop arrangement is required to detect the warp yarn breakup failure. Now, let's see the working. When machine rotates, for every 2 revolutions, 1 peak counting is created. It is used for the estimation of the weaving length of the cloth. At the time of running, when power failure occurs, the product automatically stores the last peak counter data and start updating the count when power comes again. When any threads or warp overlap each other, product will stop the machine due to the interruption of the light falling on the sensor. Then a product indicates the warp trip fault with an alarm. When the weft thread on the PERN is about to end, the product will indicate an alarm to alert the operator and stop the machine when it reaches the user-defined limit. Hence, the wastage is minimized. Then a product will indicate the weft trip fault with an alarm. In case of warp yarn breakup failure, the pin will drop down and short the electrodes. Then a product will stop the machine immediately and indicates the pin drop fault with an alarm. For more details and sales, contact Sona Pedak R&D Center, Sona College. Digital optic warp and web stop motion.
Dear students, you can see this on the YouTube link provided. The YouTube link will be provided in the PPT that will be given to you. You can see it later also, but so please observe, it is digital optic warp and weft stop motion and weft counter. It counts the weft also. So please see, I will show you, I will stop the video in between to tell you some important things.
And web counter for power looms. A product from Sona Pedak R&D Center, Sona College of Technology, Salem. This is a single product mostly used for shuttle-based power looms, which can do 4 different types of protection. It requires 4 different sensors. First, at back end of reed in warp side, an optical sensor is placed on both sides of the warp. Secondly, the weft sensor is placed in pattern to detect weft thread ending in PERN. This will cut the light when the shuttle is passing by. Next, and the important sensor is position reed switch, which detects the position of shaft when it is rotating, and it is also used for weft pig counting purpose. Lastly, an electronic pin drop.
So you please observe this. These are the drop wares. These are all the drop wares. This is what we have studied in electrical stop motion.
Top arrangement is required to detect the warp yarn breakup failure.
You see, you can see at the end. So you can see the drop wares. Please observe those machines at the right hand side, at the extreme end of the right side. You can see the drop wares.
Now let's see the working. When machine rotates, for every 2 revolutions, 1 pig counting is created. It is used for the estimation of the weaving length of the cloth. At the time of running, when power failure occurs, the product automatically stores the last pig counter data and start updating the count when power comes again. When any threads or warp overlap each other, product will stop the machine due to the interruption of the light falling on the sensor. Then a product indicates the warp trip fault with an alarm. When the weft thread on the PERN is about to end, the product will indicate an alarm to alert the operator. On the PERN is about to end, the product will indicate an alarm to alert the operator and stop the machine when it reaches the user-defined limit. Hence, the wastage is minimized. Then a product will indicate the
So you can see in this digital optic warp stop motion, there is a red signal. Below the yellow power, there is a red signal in the warp trip. Warp trip means warp breakage. Below that, weft trip. That means weft breakage. Third one is pin drop. Pin drop means drop wear or drop wear breakage. So you can study, you can see the actually what is the use of this. So the worker can see whether warp is broken, weft is broken, or drop wear. Because of the drop wear functioning, if it is broken. So these are the different kinds of signals, and this is display output.
weft trip fault with an alarm. In case of warp yarn breakup failure, the pin will drop down and short the electrodes. Then a product will stop the machine immediately and indicates the pin drop fault with an alarm. For more details and sales, contact Sona Pedak R&D Center, Sona College of Technology, Salem.
So dear students, now I will explain because you have already seen. Similar to the former methods of warp stop motion, this method also uses the dropper to cross a laser beam, preventing it reaching the receiver light depending resistance. When light falls on the LDR, its resistance falls to almost zero, but when no light reaches it, its resistance remains very high. This phenomenon is used in an electronic circuit to cause the required stopping effect. So, for the for the high density filament constructions, the design of the warp stop motion with height 8 contact bars is based on the KFW 5600. It combines its much proven features and is also especially applicable for the high density filament constructions. The contact bars measuring 13 mm and 3.4 mm are available either serrated or unserrated executions. Both the executions are also available with a central interruption to allow indication of yarn breakage in the left and right hand sections of the weaving machine. Features and advantages. So this is I have shown you the video of Sona Center for what do you call that? I forgot. Sona Technology Center or Sona Technology College or something, which is located in Salem. So that is also useful for you. You can go and study BTech there in Sona College, and after diploma you can study there. So they have produced one digital optical warp stop motion, and this is what I have shown you in the. This is KFW 5800 and KFW 5600. This is another kind of optical warp stop motion, but in the both the cases the functioning is the same. When the laser beam passes the when there is breakage, the laser beam will initiate a stopping action of the loom. So that is the function of the concept is the same, but different manufacturers have come with different kinds of what do you call machines or instruments, laser instruments, optical instruments. So the features and advantages of KFW 5000: it is robust and dependable design, adaptable and reliable functioning, improved fabric quality, time savings when repairing yarn breaks, simple handling. So these are the advantages of the features and advantages of the laser or optical warp stop motion. And so my friends, we have studied mechanical warp stop motion, electrical warp stop motion, and optical warp stop motion. All of them are warp stop motions. We need drop wires. So in case of drop wires, the drop wires are useful for finding out the warp breakage, and there are open type and closed type warp stop motions. Not warp stop motion, there are drop wires, open type, closed type drop wires. So open type drop wires are used in electrical warp stop motions, closed type drop wires are used in mechanical warp stop motions, and optical warp stop motion is a latest technology which will initiate by the light signal, the laser beam or light, simply said light. It will initiate a warp stoppage mechanism in case of there is no warp. So these are the three mechanisms we have studied: mechanical warp stop motion, electrical warp stop motion, and optical warp stop motion. So dear friends, we will see the next topic in the next class. So thank you very much, and see you in the